Howdy IB, it's Miss Kosh. I wanted to make a video to show you how you can use your calculator to help with some of this one-dimensional, or one variable, that's a better way to say that, one variable statistics stuff. So I'm starting here with a cleared calculator, just so there's nothing preset here. So what I want to do is come into statistics, and I have 3 data sets that I'm looking at, and so I can use my calculator to help me analyze all 3 of these data sets. So I'm going to enter each one in its own column. Okay, there's the, hopefully I did that correctly. Were there 1? No, I think I did something wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 8 things, and I don't have 8. What did I do? Oh, I don't have 2 of those. Okay, well here, I'll just add it at the end. And then the next one, 81, 82, 83, 84, another 84, 86, 87, 88. Okay, if I'm typing them in wrong, you'll be able to know before I am. So if you catch any mistakes, make sure you comment on those. I am good, but I am not perfect, and I don't care. There we go. No need to let the perfect get in the way of the good. Okay, so hopefully I've entered all that in correctly. Now I have a few things that I can do at this point. I can go to calculate and I can go to graph. So I can, let's talk about if I calculate the one variable. So you can always use this set to set up your calculator for a certain thing. So I can do the one variable statistics. It's going to do list 1, and its frequency is going to be where each thing just happens once. Now it could be that I had, well, maybe I'll make another one where we change the frequency. I'll save that for another video. So this is how I want it. It's a one variable where it's using list 1. So then coming out of here, I can do one variable, and now it's using that. This X bar is the mean, so it's going to be the average. We added up all those values divided by the total number. There's the sum square. Okay, we'll talk about some of these other things later. That N tells us the number of terms, and so that's where I knew I had made a mistake a minute ago, is that I only had 7 things, and I knew I should have 8. Our minimum value is 40, which notice I lined those up on purpose when I typed up the worksheet. And then the maximum value is 102. Then we have the median, which means that it's half of the numbers are above it and half of the numbers are below it. If you look here, we had 8 numbers, and so there were 3 on this side and 3 on that side, and so we take the mean of those 2 values, and that gave us that 89. And then the the Q3, so this helps us split it into quartiles. And so Q1 means that it is greater than or equal to 25% of the data. And then Q3 is a value where it's greater than or equal to 75% of the data, that number. And so basically what we would do is we would take the top stuff here and find the median there. This would be Q3, and the median between here, the median of the bottom half, so that 87 would be Q1. And sure enough, we have 87 and we have 94.5. So we can use these, and then if you scroll down farther, you can see that the mode is the most frequently used number, is 88. I could do that for all 3 data sets. I would just need to exit out, go back and set and change this and hit list, and I want list 2. Okay, and now when I come here, one variable, it'll give me the information with my list 2. Okay, I probably won't make an answer key because it's not worth my time, but here we go. The other thing that's worth doing is exiting out, and I want to go to graph. So I'm going to have it give me a box and whisker plot. So I'm going to set my first graph, so graph 1 to be, I'm going to come over here to instead of a scatter plot, I don't want it to plot. Each of these data sets were independent. So I don't want it to use this as the X value and this as the Y value, which is what it would be trying to do here, and then plot points. What I want it to do is I want to do what we would call a box and whisker using the median. And so I guess they call this, I don't know, med box, median box, something like that. We're going to change that, and then I want the first one to be list 1. So graph 1 is going to be list 1, and the rest of that is fine. Okay, then I'm going to set my graph 2. So I can click graph 2, and I can come back down. I don't want it to be a scatter plot. I want it to be that med box, median box, however you want to say that. Oh, hang on, I didn't finish setting it up. Graph 2, I want this to be list 2. So graph 2, list 2. And then exit out, we'll set graph 3 and make this not a scatter plot. And we'll come down here, list 3. Okay, and now I can select which of these I want to graph. So right now it's just going to graph the first one, but I can turn all 3 of these on. Sorry, I'm fighting a little cold or something. And then I can go and draw these, and they're all going to show up here. So with these 3 pieces, these are, I would call them box and whisker. The middle line in each box is the median, and the front, the one side of the box, that's Q1. The other side of the box is Q3. And then this is the minimum and the maximum. So we have the minimum, the maximum, well, so, and those 5 numbers, the minimum, Q1, median, Q3, the maximum, are what we call the 5-number summary. And so you can use those values. Oh, I wonder if it'll tell me what they are. Well, I don't know. Pushing buttons doesn't seem to be very helpful. But keep in mind that if I come back menu, exit, I can come back, exit again, come back and calculate the one variable. I could do, I have to set it if I want to look at, so set, let's do list 3. If I needed to draw this by hand and I needed precise values, now when I do my one variable regression, I can come down and here, this minimum Q1, median Q3, maximum, that is what we call the 5-number summary. So hopefully that was helpful. We can also look at, there was talk of a histogram. I don't want that in this video. The stem and leaf is what I use in my pre-cal class all the time. So here was, I just picked one up. This is how every test or quiz, I make a stem and leaf plot for my 4 pre-cal classes. So this is the stem. So like this number right here, this 2 represents for us a 72. So I had a student in second period. Oh, there were a bunch of kids absent that day. I had a kid in second period who got a 72. So these across the top, there were 4 100s, 3 100s in this class, and so forth. So, so this is that stem and leaf, and we could make the same here. So I would just I would go 10, 9, 8, and then do the one person on this side and one person on that side. All right, I just had flowers delivered, so that's fantastic. Goodbye.